What becomes scarce in a world saturated with noise and performance is not beauty, intelligence, or even loyalty. It is the woman who cannot be moved, the one whose inner structure is so complete and self-contained that she no longer depends on validation. She does not absorb chaos. She reflects it, quietly and steadily, forcing others to confront themselves. This is not a strategy to attract or manipulate. It is the natural result of dismantling the illusion that worth is granted by others. She stands apart because she has stepped out of the endless exchange of temporary validation. She understands that what is easily gained is easily lost, and what requires no depth will never sustain it. While others beg to be seen or reshape themselves to fit where they don't belong, she remains rooted in her own reality, steady in a world that constantly shifts. This is the foundation of her sovereignty, and it is what makes her irreplaceable to those who recognize real depth. Number 1. The solitude that does not negotiate. Most people treat solitude as something to escape. For her, it is where everything begins. She does not endure being alone. She prefers it, because her own company is richer than most external alternatives. This is not declared. It is evident in how she guards her time, remains unfazed by absence, and continues building without needing an audience. Because of this, she cannot be controlled through withdrawal or silence. She was never dependent to begin with. Her solitude is not isolation. It is a foundation. Having already faced herself in stillness, she is not afraid of it. When she chooses someone, it is not out of need, but discernment. That realization alone shifts how she is valued. Number 2, the discernment that sees through. Where others accept appearances, she studies patterns. She notices inconsistencies, the gap between words and actions, and the quiet compromises people make. She does not announce what she sees. She observes, gathers, and decides. What she seeks is alignment. Not perfection, but coherence. When she offers respect, it carries weight because it has been earned through observation, not assumption. This changes the dynamic entirely. Approval cannot be performed into existence. It must be lived. Number 3, the industry that needs no witness. Her work is not driven by attention, but by identity. She builds, refines, and creates because it is an extension of who she is. There is no need for applause. Progress is steady, deliberate, and self-directed. She is not looking for someone to give her purpose. She already has it. What she offers is partnership, not dependency. This makes her presence rare. She contributes, she builds, and she elevates. Anyone beside her is compelled to question whether they are doing the same. There comes a point where the world responds not to what you say, but to what you are. If this foundation feels familiar, it is because it was never built for approval. It was built because dependence was never acceptable. From here, that internal strength begins to shape how others perceive and approach you. Number 4, the reputation that is lived. She does not curate an image. She embodies consistency. There is no gap between who she appears to be and who she is. Over time, this creates a reputation rooted in reality, not performance. Her standards are not explained, they are demonstrated. This naturally filters out those who cannot meet them and draws in those who can recognize their value. Number 5, the purification that is quiet. Her environment reflects her standards. Over time, she has removed what drains her, people, habits, and spaces that require her to shrink. This was not dramatic. It was consistent. What remains is clarity. No unnecessary noise, no lingering chaos, just a life aligned with what matters. Anyone who enters it immediately feels the difference. Number 6, the value that is undeniable. She does not argue her worth. She lives it. Her time and energy are allocated with precision, making their value obvious. There is no need for persuasion. Those who understand recognize it instantly. Those who don't are simply not her concern. Number 7, the peace that cannot be disturbed. Her calm is not avoidance, it is mastery. She knows she can handle what comes, so she does not react impulsively. She responds with intention. This makes her impossible to destabilize. Drama, manipulation, and emotional games find no entry point. What remains is stillness, solid, grounded, and unshaken. Number 8. The life that exists beyond partnership. She is not waiting for a relationship to begin living. Her life is already in motion, her goals, her purpose, her direction. A partner is not her foundation, but an addition. This transforms connection from dependency into collaboration. Number 9. The choice that is never desperate. She does not choose from fear or urgency. She waits for alignment. Her patience comes from knowing that what is meant for her will not require compromise. When she chooses, it is deliberate and grounded. Not out of lack, but from fullness. That is what gives the connection its strength. To be seen clearly, valued precisely, and chosen from abundance rather than need. This is the result of becoming, not seeking. She does not chase recognition in a world driven by noise. She refines herself, strengthens her mind, and builds a life that stands on its own. The work is not in attracting the right person. It is in becoming someone unmistakable. When that work is done, what arrives is not pursuit, but recognition. The right presence does not demand your performance, it rests in your peace. You become the standard, not by declaring it, but by embodying it so fully that anything beneath it simply cannot reach you.